Okay, so it is January 18th, 2019, and we've got Mom and Dad, and they're going to tell about San Francisco.
Yeah, we were in Portland, Oregon at the time when we got the assignment between my junior and senior year of dental school to go to San Francisco for what they called the COSTEP program. I can't remember all the words that it stands for, but it was with the U.S. Public Health Service, and we were going to be stationed on the Presidio, and you get to do dental work even though you haven't graduated from dental school. That's the beauty of the program, because it's the military. And we had already signed up for the COSTEP program, leading to going on to full-time active duty eventually with the U.S. Public Health Service. And this was the summer program between my junior and senior year. And the bad thing about it is that Talmadge here, Mom was expecting Todd. That happens to be you.
It does.
And that's why you were born in San Francisco, is because we were on a program with the U.S. Public Health Service. And we had a hard time finding an apartment. We were so used to low rates with the housing project in Portland, Oregon. And so we kept looking and looking and looking. And
Well, we said we would go above
per month.
$50 a month, because we were paying $40 in Portland. And so we said, oh, well, we won't go any higher than 50, because we, weren't going to have that much money. So we went looking and couldn't find anything that was worth, we wouldn't consider it. And so we said, well, let's go on up. Let's go at least 90. And we said, and so did the same thing. And most of these were like 3 and 4 flights up. And here I was pregnant and would
No
have
elevators.
no elevators, and I'd have a baby in Chad. And so anyway, we had a hard time again.
I think that's what we paid though, was 90, wasn't it?
Well, 90. Well, I was going to go on up to 150 at the most. Is what we. But I think it was 90. I'm sorry.
I think it was 90 that we finally settled one, and it was 3rd floor up, and it was within walking distance of the Presidio. What street was it on?
California Street was our address.
3rd floor up, no elevator, and Mom was expecting,
And there was nothing in the apartment other than a stove, to cook on, and a refrigerator, and we didn't take any furniture or anything. The only thing we took was a little baby bed, just a baby bed mattress. That's all we took.
and Chad.
And then we of course let you just sleep. I think on that. That was the only thing that we had after you were born and stuff. But anyway, I've got to tell about how he was born, because when we and it's interesting. It seems like every time I have to have my driver's license renewed, I'm always pregnant. I've always been pregnant, it seems like. Well, anyway, we get down to move there, and like I said, we drove there and only had, clothing, or, what we have to have every day, and this little bit baby mattress. Well, anyway, it got time that I knew I had to go, and we didn't know anybody. We just had people that we, knew at church after we got there. And so anyway, we just so happened that people from Boise, the Calls, had moved there, and she had a little baby, a little 18-month-old baby, and I asked her if she would babysit for us while I went to have you, because I was now in labor. Well, anyway, I went there, and you were born in a Quonset hut, is what it was, by the Letterman Hospital. It wasn't the hospital that you were born in, but the Quonset hut was part of the hospital, and so that's where you were delivered. Well, anyway,
it was part of Letterman Hospital. And it was kind of tucked underneath the Golden Gate Bridge, and that's why when you were young, growing up, you thought we were told that you were born under the Golden Gate Bridge.
And which you were, but it was
essentially
just
close.
In a Quonset hut.
in a Quonset hut. Yes, I'm right. Well, anyway,
In
I was in
addition.
delivery. I was in pain then, and I was in the hospital, and just waiting for you to come, and I didn't take anything anesthetic. For like they usually do, either gas or epidural or something to deaden the pain and knock you out and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, they had wanted me to go to the bathroom, and I was, like I said, I was in the bed and on this bedpan, trying to go to the bathroom, because you usually, when you're pregnant and you have this baby, everything is kind of compressed because of the baby. And well, anyway, I was there, and I hurt so bad. I mean, I just was really hurting, and all of a sudden, the water broke that surrounds the baby, amniotic fluid. And anyway, that water, that fluid, shot all the way to the very end of the bed. It was a regular hospital bed, with the end and then up here, and I had a sheet over me and everything, and oh, what a relief. It was just wonderful just to have that water gone. But I did say at that time, I'm never having another baby. I will not have another baby. I am not going to have another baby. I mean, I kept just saying that to me forever. I just will not have another baby.
And how many do we have after that?
We had 11 more babies after that, because I lost.
If I remember it, when I visited, it seemed like that there was a lot of other women in labor in that.
There was.
There wasn't room to be in a room. There wasn't room enough in that area to be in a room.
By yourself. I mean, they were along the walls, like I said, under this Quonset hut. The mothers were all lined up on each side, but I happened to be, I guess because I was closer, but I was in a regular room when I was ready to deliver. I was in a regular room, but the others were all lined up. I remember that very well. But anyway.
But anyway, that's what put us in San Francisco, and it was interesting, the ward that we belonged to, it was right downtown San Francisco. Going home teaching, they have such a low activity rate. I think it was 13% attendance is all they had. And so I had 16 families to home teach each month. I couldn't believe a ward like that. Anyway, it was a very, very different place.
But Todd, you only weighed 6'1" when you were born, and you cried immediately as soon as you came out. And I can't recall ever whether I had anything to numb, take away the pain or not. I do not remember that at all.
I don't either.
And in fact, honey, I've just been thinking, I can't remember where you were blessed, whether you were blessed in San Francisco or whether you were blessed back in Portland.
How long were you there?
We were there 3 months almost.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it was just the summer program between school,
Wow.
junior and senior year, and they let me do everything. I was filling teeth, extracting teeth, and things that you weren't allowed to do until you had graduated from dental school almost. And so when I got back to my senior year, I was way ahead of the other classmates that were in my class because of the amount that I was able to do during the summer with the U.S. Public Health Service. Another interesting thing that happened too is that we had Chad, and he was 3 or 4 years old. How much older is he than
3 years. I think.
3 years. And that was the time that the Oakland Temple had been approved, and so we went over, and we have pictures of Chad playing on the footings, because they had the footings there and on this hillside in Oakland, and so
It started.
it just started,
it.
and we anyway.
It seems like little infants have kind of a personality. There's those that are kind of fussy and those that are quiet. And so what was I like? Was I crying all the time?
We didn't have problems having you sleep. I nursed you, and you were just there was no problems at all that I remember.
You had more
just
problems
very
with
simple.
Chad. Mm-hmm.
Chad was the one that, because of being sickly, he was sick, and I didn't know it. But anyway, no, I don't recall having any problems at all. At all.
Is that good? Thank you. Okay, that's one.